Yes. Hello. Welcome. Good evening. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good night. I don't know what time it is with you, but in my place it's evening. So very warm welcome. Thank you for joining me in the webinar. If you are new here, then special warm welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm going to talk about a theme first. That's what I always do. And then after that, we're going to do the MIR-Method 9 steps together so that the theme that we have discussed will integrate in your system stronger and better. Tonight, and if you have been here before, thank you for coming back. Thank you for joining me again and helping me with doing the MIR-Method for yourself, for the whole group, and eventually for the whole world. Because I strongly believe that when we do the MIR-Method in a big group, that we make the influence of the MIR-Method go all around the world. And I like that idea so much, because that way we draw in this world of peace nearer to us. I strongly believe that we do this every time. We draw it in closer to us. And I firmly believe that world peace is something that we are going to witness in a very short period of time. So we are going to live this world peace. What a great thing to look at, isn't it? That's my clairvoyance. That is what I see most of the time during my daily life. Is very often I see all this positivity that's coming, and I'm really enjoying it. I've read in the book, I don't know what is in English. In Dutch, when I translate it literally, it's called The Masters of the Far East. And in this book, it's written, when you have a very positive look at the future, it makes your body younger. So if you have a very positive look towards the future, it helps your cells to renew and your whole body lightens up and you'll sort of regenerate your body. So I thought that was a very funny way of keeping your youth. Okay. I'm going to start the presentation and have a look at what I want to talk. I'm going to talk about the clairvoyancy. Oh yeah, I forgot the MIR-Method coaches. I'm so sorry. If you are a MIR-Method coach, then thank you very much for helping people through muscle testing to find out what is really the root cause of the problems. So when people do the MIR-Method, but the complaints don't solve so very quickly, a MIR-Method coach can help by finding out what is the root cause, by getting rid of it in the system, and that way they help complaints to get solved much sooner. So if you have complaints that are very stuck and you want to get rid of them quicker, try a MIR-Method coach. Just look them up on the website, and I think it's called on the guidance. When you click guidance on the website, you can find the MIR-Method coaches. They are in several countries, and you can contact them through email. But when you do a consultation, you can do it often through telephone or a Zoom meeting or Skype. So just find out how you can contact them and just let yourself be helped, because they can do much. They can do so much in finding out what really is going on inside you. Okay, I'm going to talk about clairvoyancy. It has three factors. The first one is that you are going to see clearly what is going on. Because very often we are in the middle of a situation and we cannot see what is going on. We just don't, because we are confused, or your whole view is troubled or blocked. So that's the first thing, that you need to see what is going on clearly. The second is facing the facts, really facing what is there, and be really brave to do that. I'm going to talk about it more a little bit later on. And the third one is that you can use clairvoyancy in your daily life, at school, at work, in private and with your family. So I'm going to give you some examples. The first one, seeing clearly what is going on. Your clear perception of a situation can be clouded. Can you say clouded in English? I don't know. So it is sort of, it's not clear. And that is because your third eye may be blocked. And if it's blocked, it looks like as if you have a blinder, so just right on top of the third eye. This place here between your two eyes, that's what they call the third eye, and it is connected to your pineal gland, which is in the middle of your head, which is really small. But this pineal gland is very, very important for clairvoyancy, because when it functions optimally, you really can see through situations, you can really see through people, and you can really see, for example, through lies. But when this third eye is blocked, you cannot. You cannot see it. It goes on around you. You have no idea what's going on. How to restore this is to use a step 6 hormone system, because in this step is the pineal gland, and then the exact phrase would be balance pineal gland. However, to do this, you need to see what is the SEE underneath. I find it's really funny because I didn't notice, but see, you need to see it, and SEE is the same letters. So SEE means significant emotional event. It means something has happened which gave you fear or panic, and that closed or that caused the third eye to close. So it stopped your pineal gland from functioning. Now, what can the situation have been? Usually, as a child, you are clairvoyant, but when something happens and you see something, for example, in your bedroom, for example, a blinding light, you wake up to it and you don't know what's going on. Maybe it's an angel, maybe it's a deceased grandmother or grandfather, and you are frightened. Then as a child, it can be really, really fearful if you don't know what's going on. So you might feel fear, but usually you feel panic, because as a child, it's so scary. The panic is there. So what I would like to do with you now is to treat ourselves to let go of that panic. And after that, we're going to treat ourselves with doing balance pineal gland. So as a group, we are going to do it now so that we can enhance our clairvoyance. And that way, I would like to remove the blinders from every people's third eye. I did this in a webinar before this in German, and I could see with my third eye, I could see that the blockage with many people was it just went away like that. So that was quite good to see. So I'd like to create that for you too. So first we're going to caress our hand and say, let go of panic. Thinking about the situation, you don't have to know what it was. Thinking about the situation that caused your pineal gland to stop functioning, which caused your third eye to be blocked. So this panic, we're going to use that one. So you caress your hand really gently and you say with me, let go of panic. And one more thing, we're going to do it more than 3 times. Just follow my lead. Okay, here we go. Let go of panic. 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 Yes. Very good. I could feel it. It shifted. Very good. Okay. I had to wait a bit before I could go on. Usually when this gives a strong reaction with people, for example, they are yawning or experiencing things, I usually cannot proceed. So I have to wait until everybody's ready. So that's, and I know this, for example, by muscle testing. Okay, so we continue now. What we're going to do now is we caress our hand again and we say balance pineal gland. Here we go. Balance pineal gland. Balance pineal gland. Balance pineal, excuse me, balance pineal gland. Very good. Okay. Okay, wow, I'm impressed because it's something is changing much stronger than I expected. So I'm a bit impressed. Okay. Let's continue. So we've done these two. So we have done something to remove the blockage from our third eye. And now we're going to discuss the second one, the facing defects. When you have lots of emotions in your system, maybe your emotions, but could also be your ancestors or people around you, then you have veils across your third eye. So these thin layers, these veils, they are hindering you from seeing the facts. For example, if you're blinded by rage or you're blinded by sorrow or shame or guilt, then you cannot see clearly what's going on. You cannot face the facts. When you do step 3, or detach father, detach mother, you let go of all the emotions of all these men and women, your father, your mother, but also other men and women. With step 4, you remove all the emotions that are in the meridians. So that way you clear yourself. You don't need to do this now. We do this later on when we do all 9 steps together. Second one is to open your third eye. We use step 8, optimize chakra 6. Because these energy wheels that are in our body, we have a root chakra, which is really at the bottom of our body. Then we have the second one at the height of the bladder. Third one at the height of the navel. Fourth one at the height of the heart, fifth one at the height of the throat, sixth one is here for the third eye. So when you say with the MIR-Method optimize chakras and aura, you also optimize chakra 6, which is for your third eye. You don't have to do it now. We are going to do it later on when we do the 9 steps. Then the third one is to face the facts. You need to be able to watch. You need to dare to watch. And that takes courage. Because to see really what's going on might cause, which is the fourth one, you have to deal with the consequences, which can be quite tough. For example, if you get enough courage and you see that in your workplace, the colleagues are treating you badly and they are conspiring against you, that might be such a toxic situation that you need, once you see what's going on, that you need to find another job, which can be, well, really painful to have to do. It also can be that you're in a relationship and you finally see the facts really courageously, and you see that your partner is not treating you well, not encouraging you, not helping you at all, and you might be better off without this person. That can be so tough and so hard to really see. So when you do step 7 in the MIR-Method, you fulfill courage, and that might give you the consequences that you need to deal with, which is very courageous to do. We don't need to do it now, we do it when we do the 9 steps. The third one, clairvoyancy in your daily life. I think in England and America, people know the term gaslighting. It's from this old movie, this old film, when there was a man and he had these lamps in the living room with, I think it was oil, and you had to turn a wheel to lower the light. So when his wife was out, he would lower all the lights, and when she came back, she would go like, "Oh, it's so dark here. Did you turn down all the lights?" And he would say, "No, I didn't." And then she would go like, "Oh, well." So then she starts thinking, am I crazy? Or, oh, well, no. If he says he didn't, then I must have been mistaken. So that's gaslighting. And this happens very often when people are in a relationship with someone who is a narcissist. And a narcissist is in reality is a person with a very, 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 very strong insecurity. It's so strong that this person needs to compensate it 1,000-fold with being really narcissistic and really thinking about himself just to survive. The victims of narcissists are usually empaths, so the people who are really sensitive and sensing somebody else. And these empaths need their clairvoyancy to see what's going on, because empaths can have their emotions and the emotions of the narcissist mixed up. They don't know what they're feeling and what the narcissist is feeling, because they feel as if it's all one. So they need the clairvoyancy to see what's going on. I have some things for you that may help. Also in other situations, which is in your daily life, is that actions speak louder than words. So when people promise something and they don't do it, they don't follow up on it, that's something you might start to observe. So how often do they not follow up on what they promise? Because actions speak louder than words. That gives you information. The other one is also small clues. So what are they doing? Is it respectful to you or not? For example, I drove myself and two friends, not friends, acquaintances, to a party, which was an hour and a half drive and an hour and a half back. And they compensated me with buying me coffee and the others, which was fine. We had a lovely time. But then when we had said goodbye, I found all these coffee cups in the back of my car. And I was like, okay. Because I was about to renew the contact with one of these persons, and she was the one sitting in the back. And I felt like, okay, I'm not going to renew this relationship, because if you do this as gratitude for me driving you back and forth, I don't feel respected so well. So those are small clues that I always look for in relationship to people. Another example is somebody was smoking in my garden. I don't like smoking, so I was glad that she was smoking outside. And I wanted to work with her, but when she was gone, I found the stub of the cigarette in my garden. And I was not pleased about that. And I think if somebody dares to do something like that, something that small, what would they do with more important things? So that's the way I look at situations. And that gives you, it's a kind of clairvoyancy, but it gives you clues about how somebody is dealing with you, how somebody is treating you. And those small clues can also be helpful if you are in a situation in which you are really confused and you're thinking, am I crazy or what's going on? The fourth one is to observe from a distance. If you are in a working situation and there's trouble, you don't know what's going on, take some time off from work and look from a distance. Then try to observe all the movements in the office or in the workspace. What is going on? Because if you take distance, you get this overview from a situation. And the last one is that you can also ask others to help you look. Very often when a person is unbiased, it can be very helpful that you take this person into the situation and ask this person to observe for you. and they might give you insight in what's going on. Because sometimes the situation is so troubled, so veiled with all these veils, you don't know what's going on. Well, I hope when you do the MIR method now with me, that your clairvoyance in your daily life will improve, and eventually maybe also in other areas. So if you would like to help me, join me, please do. I really love for you to be the total person that you're supposed to be, including your clairvoyancy. And I believe it will be helpful for you and for your relationship, your work life, and that it will also help to improve the lives of others. And by that, to help bring world peace closer. All right, let's start doing the 9 steps. Caress yourself really gently, lovingly, because realize that you are important for everybody as a whole. Okay, here we start. Step 1, optimize acidity. Optimize acidity. Optimize acidity. Detox all toxicity. Detox all toxicity. Detox all toxicity. Detach father. Detach father. Detach father. Detach mother. Detach mother. Detach mother. Clear meridians. Clear meridians. Clear meridians. Supplement all shortages. Supplement all shortages. Supplement all shortages. Balance hormone system. Balance hormone system. Balance hormone system. Fulfill basic needs. Fulfill basic needs. Fulfill basic needs. Optimize chakras and aura. Optimize chakras and aura. Optimize chakras and aura. Clarify mission. Clarify mission. Clarify mission. Okay. This one too took quite a long time before I could continue, so I'm so curious to know what you noticed, because this has made quite a shift in the people that helped me, and also the effect of it into our surroundings and worldwide. So I'm so curious what this will do. Okay, if you would like to tell me, please do. On MIR-Method.com/webinar-clairvoyance. I'll show it, it's in my presentation. Oh yeah, here, this last line, MIR-Method.com/webinar-clairvoyance. So please leave a comment and tell me what you noticed, because I'm so curious, because this one had quite a lot of impact, I noticed. You don't have to fill it in right away. You can also do it after the weekend and see how you feel. I'm really curious. I would like to stress these 2 courses. They are on the MIR Method website. One is called the Additional Techniques. Please look at that one, because I really need you to learn the technique of the first aid. Because when you have the first aid, you know how it goes. You can help yourself with burns, with cuts, with wounds, with migraines, with menstruational cramps, with nightmares. There are so many things you could do with the first aid, and I really would like to have this technique go around the world, because you can teach it to others, because it's so easy and very, very useful. The other one, Deep Understanding of the MIR-Method, is meant for people who really would like to understand the 9 steps and what is behind all that, and what you, when you do it, what you all address in your system. That's in the second one, the Deep Understanding of the MIR-Method. They're on the website. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. I know many people are watching this webinar later, which is fine. The energy in this webinar will help you too. That's what happened. Many people that are going to watch it, they already joined in spirit. So wonderful. This is going to have a quite strong effect. Thank you for being here, for joining me, for helping me to do the MIR-Method and to open up your system, to open your third eye, see what's going on, and to improve your personal life. I'm happy about that. And through helping your personal life to improve, you also touched the lives of others, which is great. Thank you for doing that. And I hope to see you again within 2 weeks' time. And in the newsletter, I will let know what will be the new theme. Okay, hope to see you again. Bye-bye. Have a great day, night, afternoon, evening ahead of you. Please drink extra water. Okay, bye-bye. See you next time. Until next time, until we meet again. We'll meet again. Don't know how, don't know when. All right, bye-bye.